How might global economies navigate the potential inflationary pressures from rising oil prices? Hello everyone, welcome to the channel devoted to the pursuit of happiness. It is not yet necessary to start reducing rates. The US Federal Reserve's implementation of easing policies has not been expected or evaluated by us among the videos on this channel since last year. The reason for this is that the hexagrams in the Yi Jing or Book of Changes indicate that the process of cutting rates is not yet initiated. Israeli airstrikes killed 7 people in the United States, Canada, the United Kingdom, and Australia. Iran's reaction to something is a red flag. Is there a possibility of a war in the Middle East? Israel has imposed a ban on GPS preludes. Smells like Iran's blood feud countdown. Is it for real? According to the CIA, Iran is planning to take revenge. Is the Saudi crown prince going to stop supporting the United States? Welcome to the rollercoaster ride of global geopolitics and economics, where every news headline seems to throw the world's stock markets into a frenzy, and ancient Chinese texts offer unsolicited advice from the sidelines. Buckle up as we embark on a journey to connect the dots between an Israeli airstrike, rising Brent crude prices, and what the Yi Jing, an ancient Chinese divination text, might have to say about it all. In a world where headlines read like a script from a high-octane political thriller, it's no surprise that global tensions have a direct impact on economic stability. The recent escalation in the Middle East, with an Israeli airstrike causing casualties among several Western nations and triggering retaliatory warnings from Iran, is a case in point. But let's not forget the economic subplot, where the price of Brent crude oil punches through the $91 mark, leaving economists and investors alike biting their nails over potential inflationary pressures. Imagine the stock markets as a giant, jittery Jenga tower, where each geopolitical event pulls out a precarious block, threatening the tower's stability. The aftermath of the airstrike saw major indices across the board, from the Dow Jones Industrial Average to the Nasdaq, taking a nosedive. It's as if the markets are on a caffeine binge, reacting to every bit of news, no matter how distant. Can you imagine a world where job numbers are as hot as a jalapeno and the economy is sprinting, not just walking? Well, welcome to April 2024, a month that saw non-farm payrolls balloon by a whopping 303,000, leaving economists' estimates biting the dust. It's as if employers were dishing out jobs like candy at a parade, indicative of a bustling economy that's brimming with energy. How might global economies navigate the potential inflationary pressures from rising oil prices? The immediate reaction to rising oil prices and stock market plunges might be panic, yet the Yi Jing counsels otherwise, suggesting that these are but temporary obstacles. For businesses, this could mean tightening the belt in the short term while looking for long-term opportunities that arise from the chaos. In the midst of this modern chaos, the Yi Jing, or Book of Changes, sits quietly in the corner, offering wisdom through hexagrams, because apparently ancient Chinese sages foresaw the need for investment advice. The hexagram P, representing obstruction and stagnation, seemingly mirrors our current global predicament. But here's a twist in the tale. With such an abundance of jobs, you might think the Federal Reserve would step in trying to cool things down a bit, right? Wrong. They're playing a high-stakes poker game, holding their cards close to their chest and opting to wait for more data before making their move. Diving into the Yi Jing, we find that P suggests a time when positive forces are blocked by negative ones. Applying this to our scenario, the geopolitical tensions act as the negative force, obstructing the positive flow of global economic stability. The video advises patience and inner strength during such times, which could be interpreted as a call for strategic calmness in business and economic policymaking. It's as if we're all trying to guess their next play, waiting with bated breath for their decision. Leaders must develop a keen sense for geopolitical dynamics and their potential impact on markets. This involves not just reactive measures, but proactive scenario planning and risk management strategies. The agility to respond to market volatility becomes a competitive advantage. In responding to such unpredictable environments, businesses can take a leaf out of the Yi Jing's book, embracing flexibility and preparedness as core components of their strategy. Diversification, both geographically and in terms of product offerings, could be the armor that shields companies from geopolitical slings and arrows. Over in Asia, the economic sentiment is blooming like cherry blossoms in spring. China's latest PMIs came in like a lion, stronger than expected. It seems the world's factory is humming along, producing more than just TikTok trends. Regarding this issue, this channel produced the video, The Untold Story of TikTok's Fight for Freedom, Protecting Your Right to Digital Expression, in March. If you're interested, you can click to watch it. While Asia shows promising signs, Europe's dance with business insolvencies is more like a tango intense and a bit dramatic. Europe's insolvency levels are doing a cha-cha, rising and falling with the economic rhythm. It's a dance that requires both grace and stamina, and not everyone's keeping up. The video, Navigating Chaos. Europe's stocks are predicted to see a high single-digit gain in 2024 inches, was created by this channel in December 2023 in regards to this issue. Clicking to watch it is available for viewers who are interested. And let's not forget about the Americas, where economic plot twists keep us on our toes. For viewers who are interested, clicking to watch it is an option available. This channel developed a video in December 2023 about how reality can be shaped by the Yi Jing force of attraction in relation to this issue. Looking ahead, the coming week promises more economic revelations with the Small Business Optimism Index and the Consumer Price Index on the lineup. Will small businesses be brimming with optimism? Will consumer prices reveal an economy in overdrive or one that's cooling down? Only time will tell. Switching gears to the international scene, Japan's economy might be on the path to recovery this year, while China's manufacturing and non-manufacturing sectors started 2024 on a fairly solid note. There's a sense of springtime optimism in the air, with emerging economies showing buds of economic hope. But let's not forget the credit market. Fourth quarter reports show that household net worth climbed across all wealth cohorts. When indexed to the year 2000, household net worth is now at a fresh all-time high, sitting above its initial post-COVID peak from the first quarter of 2022. The biggest driver of the increase? A rise in corporate equities and mutual fund shares. And finally, an update on fiscal matters. On March 23rd, President Biden signed into law the last remaining appropriations bill for fiscal year 2024, completing a budget process that dragged on for nearly a year. But don't think the federal fiscal fights are over. They're anything but. So, to summarize, March was a hot month for job numbers. The Federal Reserve is playing it cool, waiting for more data before making their move. Optimism is budding in emerging economies. Household net worth is at an all-time high, and the fiscal fights are far from over. Stay tuned for what comes next in this global economic saga. The statement, "You cannot manage what you cannot measure," has been heard by all of us. They are unable to oversee business activities and risks without measuring them. Risk management functions require specialized skills to effectively deliver data governance, AI model governance, and risk scenarios. My job is to determine the level of risk the institution faces in each exposure and guarantee that risk-taking activities are within the company's risk tolerance. To accomplish those objectives, I'm in charge of gathering, aggregating, and reporting on data that is used to establish the institution's risk profile. I collect both quantitative and qualitative data that warns me when the institution is close to its established limits. The value of my job is the early warning it provides. This channel is founded on a heart that is humble. Keep your mind open at all times. The Eastern notions of the unification of heaven and man, Taoism and nature, and the balance of yin and yang are emphasized. Observe the tenets of the universe. The distinction between the appearance of facts and reality is evaluated using neural-like AI calculations. The emphasis is on the connection between knowledge and action and on continual learning and improvement in practice. Are you curious about this? Integrate the ideas acquired from previous doctoral studies into today's practice. If there's a topic that interests you, please leave a message. I would like to conclude this episode by expressing my gratitude to all the viewers for their support. If you feel that today's video is worth watching, a bit of momentum has been gained by you. Make sure to click like. By doing this, you can retrieve it at a later time when you wish to examine it. I would like to show my appreciation for your attention. Thank you.